Hello everyone, and okay, so we have a new software today, and this is called as NX. This is another software from Siemens, and the same company has actually developed the software of Solid Edge. So I've even a lot of times, and I've done a lot of what to say training programs on Solid Edge, and I've done a little bit of practice on that. But Unigraphics has been something which not touched much. About 10 years back, I had little experience when I had the opportunity to work over it, but after that, it just went in the background, and um, you can say that I'm looking at it first time after a long time. Let me just close this and start observing what the software appears the moment we open it. So this is the student version, of course. I thank Siemens for providing student version to everyone who is enthusiastic about trying the software out and trying to learn about the particular software. When the software opens up, this is the interface you see for the first time, and you have some tutorial on the right side, probably. Yeah. Okay, so this explains how to use the course, and we have a lot of options around here. Okay, so these videos actually explain how to use this particular software, I guess. So let's see, this is what composites. Okay, it's more like just introduction, I guess, because within 2 minutes I don't think it's possible to explain everything that we have to do with this any particular software, but yes, try to explore, probably explain what all features are included with this particular software. Anyway, so let's go ahead and try to start using it. Let's go for new here and see what we have. Right, so right, so here we go. Okay, so when we take a new file, we have this very big of startup data box, and there are so many options in this. When I first saw this, it just made me very uncomfortable, thinking that there are so many tabs, and in each tab there are so many options. It just makes me feel a little bit nervous in the beginning, but let's see. We have the press and die validation. Diagram is probably okay. It doesn't appear to be no generation of projections. It's probably more like electrical, because on the right side you can see some circuit diagrams are present here. Then we have press and dies. It's probably a module to make the dies. Right. So let's see what we have here. We have line designer. We have a for about tool sensor. I don't know much about this. Let's go ahead and see what are the other options around here. So we have some templates here. So site, plant, zone. What exactly is this? I'm not really sure what this is. But it starts with a part name, so it's probably part 5. And okay, let's see what is a root. So routing mechanical, routing electrical. Is it assembly file or something? This, of course, here. This is. These are the options that I'm aware of from the other software. See, we have the model, which is part modeling. Each part can be modeled, or probably multiple parts can be modeled in a single file, and then all these parts need to be assembled based on the constraints. And we will see how these parts are moving. And we have a shape studio. This is probably for the surface modeling. All the surface modeling features are probably going to be present in this model. And then we have sheet metal, of course. Sheet metal is very common stuff that being used. And flexible printed circuit design. All right, so this is more for like electrical or electronics students, something we are probably also having in the diagram. Whereas I think this is just 2D, whereas when we go for modeling, This is probably going to be in 3D or the surface or something. I'm not yet aware that if these all these commands, they're interchangeable or not, because we have a blank option also present over here. So if these if these options are interchangeable, and if the interface is same, it's like AutoCAD, and all the commands are present in the single interface, it's just up to you whether you want to reveal what commands you want to reveal at a particular point of time. But no matter where you start in the file, you will be able to implement any command at any time. So is the interface going to be different wherein each of these files, does it have their own dedicated extension and format? I'm not really aware, but no matter what, I'm not really sure. So let's just go with model and start exploring this particular thing first. I guess this has always been the thing which is the most intuitive, and it's something which I've dealt with earlier. Okay, so we have the coordinate system here, and we have the origin point right here. The origin is selectable, and we select it, getting a few options, and set plane. Okay, so depending on where I'm clicking, I'm getting a different option here. As soon as I click, there's a floating toolbar which is appearing, which right, is providing me with some options. Oh, so once that is gone, how am I supposed to bring it back? Right. Oh, so undo is brought it back. Let's explore this thing later. So let's see what features are present in this first. So we have on the home button, we have the datum plane, we have the datum axis, and the datum coordinate system. Then we have the option for sketch, and we have the usual features. We have the extrude, revolve, right. So revolve, we have the whole, unite, subtract. Intersect is not present here. I don't know why. So we can create multiple bodies, I guess, and because we are able to create multiple bodies, we'll be able to add or subtract them. Then we have the edge of fillet, we have the chamfer, we have it into draft, and then we have the shell, and we have the pattern. There are some additional options. Let's see what are those options. Combine drop down, intersect. Yeah, intersect option is present here. And we also have the trim body, whichever part we don't want. Yes, that's close. And then we have the face blend. This is probably for the surface. And more gallery. Yeah, we have a few more commands over here. And yeah, I guess these are the. Oh right, hey, he's calling it a synchronous modeling, which means we have some direct editing options over here. We'll be able to select and move the face the way we want, and that's how actually the solid edge software also works out. And we have the curve option, project curve, and okay, so we can project two-dimensional curve on a three-dimensional surface or something like that. Then we have interchange of surfaces and stuff like that. We have surface commands available here. Assembly options are also present here. That means I was right when I assumed that it's going to be in the same interface. So all these options are present here. No matter what you choose, all these those options are present here. I guess drawing is one thing. Yeah, drafting is also present here. Starts the drafting application, which provides tools to create, maintain drawings and design. All right. So yeah, even in sheet metal, shape studio, all these options are present here. So that's how it all works out in the same interface. Let's come back to home and start doing some sketch. So as soon as I choose the sketch option, we have the three planes which appear up here like this, and we will choose one of the planes. So we have the front plane, we have the right plane, and we have the top plane. So we just and go ahead and click one of these, and once I click it, it's going to be selected here, and when I click OK, yep, the plane reorients itself and provides us with this interface, which is when we are looking normally on the plane, and we'll be able to draw a few stuff over here. So all the draw options are appearing over here. So we have the profile, which is probably more like a polyline. We can have a combination. Right, so we just have, okay, so if you want a different option, we probably have to select it from here, and after we have selected here, we can go and take tangent from different points. Okay, so we want tangent from here in the set direction, or upward direction, or from left side direction, or from outside direction. So there are four options, and depending on where you are taking it, it's provided different options. So arc is drawing it only on one side, and okay, once you create a closed boundary, it's getting highlighted. That's a good sign. So let's press escape, and right, so seems like our diagram is ready. And when you try to drag it, this is going to be getting modified based on the constraints that were provided to it. And coming to the dimensions, I guess we don't really have to take dimensions from here. We can probably just click on the sketch, and that right there will be the dimension. And once we modify the dimension, it's probably going to remain stationary once we do that. So you can see that the length is no longer changing, it's the other things that are changing. So let's click on this, and we have radius, so double click on this and change to what I want, and that's going to fix the radius. And now the whole background diagram has become black. That means it's completely constrained. So if I delete this, you can see that the color of this is not entirely black, it's kind of orangish, which means there is an option, it's possible for us to modify that to some extent. So yeah, so that's how we can create dimensions. We just have to select the geometry and click on it, and just do okay. So this was tangential, and this is horizontal, but this one is not horizontal. How can we make a line horizontal? That's the next question probably. So when I select it, right click it, right, yeah, so this make horizontal, this is where I need to take it. What? Okay, and this is not something I was expecting. Let's go ahead and make this horizontal as well. Horizontal, what? Exactly. So this is probably not something I was expecting. This is very different. So when we apply a new constraint, it is trying to accommodate that new constraint while also removing the older constraints, which will not be how it happens. But somehow that just obvious to be the case. So even though it has become completely black, and even though we are not able to move it manually, if we apply we are able to move it, but if apply we are not able to move it. But still, applying the constraints is making it behave slightly differently. And also when I'm selecting right, so I'm what, so would I be able to do this? Oh, so you can see again that's it has removed this vertical constraint once again. Come on, you. So this is very this is unique. And what this is supposed to mean, and how you would be able to make anything happen. But probably it's going to take some time to get used to this. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take this circle on the side and get some damages. Right. And let's come out of relaxations, relax dimensions. So font relations become more important than dimension values in solving sketch. Evaluate sketch and identifies objects. So I guess one of these options need to be used properly in order to determine which of them is not going to change and which one is going to change. Like for example, we had the geometric constraints and we applied a new geometric constraint. The older geometric constraints were getting were not taken seriously, and it was the diagram was modified based on the new constraint that I was applying. So it's probably somewhere here we have the option to somehow determine which one of these is going to be taken more seriously or something like that. At least that's how it was in Solid Edge, and because the company that developed both the software is the same, I probably think it's going to be the same way as well. Anyway, so let's move on to the finish. Let's finish the sketch because we're almost done with what we wanted to do with this. Let's go ahead and take extrude, and he's asking to select a curve. Alright, so when we select a curve, and our sketch was actually selected, and we have the arrow, so we have the same options which appear in almost all the software. We have the value, we have symmetric where it's going to go on both sides, and the value we have until selected, which we'll have to select some reference point up to which it's going to be extruded, until extended. Okay, so curve is going to be extended, and up to that extended point it's going to be taken, and the planar thing is going to be extruded, and offset. Okay, so whatever we select, you can go beyond that selected surface or plane of before it's stopping before some distance, predetermined distance from that particular selected surface through all. Okay, let's have a negative, no, stuff like that. And we also have the option to choose a direction. By default, of course, it's going to be normal to the plane in which the whatever figure or sketch we have selected is it lying in. And then all right, so once we choose symmetric and then we come back to the value, we just have the other end present here. Applied. Suppose we don't want it, so we can just make it 0. Well, what if we want to flip it? Flipping is going to be possible only by changing from plus to minus. Right. Before we drag this, it's taking on the other side. Alright, so let's go with 100 and let's make it 0. Alright. Inferred. Boolean is inferred. Now because this is the first object, so it's going to be probably not changeable. And we have offset option, we have draft option, so we have settings. Tolerance value also can be on here. What does that mean? Let's come back to that later. Show result. So we've done this. So we have the solid, and we have also got the sketch. So if we delete the sketch, is this extrude also going to be deleted? Deleting the returning the object will affect other features persistent. Let's say, oh, so this is more like the ordered way of creating the stuff. But would we be able to add it? Yes, we will add it. Alright, so we just can hide whichever part we don't want to see. That's how it's gonna be. Right, let's go ahead and create another sketch. This time I'll take it on this particular plane and click OK. Let me draw a simple circle and choose 120. Alright, let's come out of this, and then let's again go for extrude and body type solid and inferred. None. What is none going to make it? Not sure. Probably a new body is going to be formed. Let's click. Let's see. And how do we identify whether a new object is formed or not? Right. Let's go back. Edit this. How do we edit this? Edit with rollback. This is rollback. Thing, but is it possible to flip it? How do we flip it? There are usually, buttons to flip its direction. Oh, so there it is. The option to flip, right? So now let's see what happens. So we're still able to select both these objects separately. Let's go again and it's the rollback. And this time, instead of choosing none, let's go with unite. Let's see what happens. Okay. So this time it's not completely appearing as a separate object, even though we get selected. This whole object is getting highlighted, but it's not. The common faces are getting selected when both objects are highlighted. That is something which didn't happen earlier. That's interesting. Right, so this is now highlighted, and if I don't choose this, which is none, you can see this. Yeah, so these are separate objects, and I guess probably we can just go ahead and apply this target object and tool. Yeah, so we can subtract it before or later, whenever we want it. We can do it from here, or we can just do it from the option within right here. So intersect is going to create this particular part. Right, so direction. Wow. So many options. Alright, so let's see if we can subtract this. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's very much similar to any other software that we have seen, any other parametric software that we've used, and we'll be exploring more about this in the next video. We'll probably stop here and in the next probably we'll take up a sketch and try to do it exactly as per the given dimensions, and then slowly we'll take up some of the part models. Then once the part models are done, we'll probably move on to assemblies and stuff like that. So for today's session, let's stop here. That's it for now. That's it for today. See you in the next one. Thank you.